My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Vault of the Void. We're going to be playing the Enlightened Martial deck with Lashing Kicks, the Future Strike deck, as we'd like to call it. Going for our class mastery here, so that we can start using those challenge coins. Ooh, okay, what tools do we have to start out with? We've got a Redo, which is already really good. Extremely good in the first cycle. Got an Outpace. We are a Future Strike deck, so that's a very, very significant amount of block for us. That plus a Tower Shield means that I've got a good amount of large block. Outpace is kind of scaling block as well. Good, good, good. The Future Strike deck, does this one come with Foresight? This one doesn't. This one does come with Foresight? Karma's either going to be good or not. Like, it's either going to be incredible or it's not going to be in the deck. Those are the two options. Redo's just 100% going to be upgraded and put in the deck. Battle plan. We'll see. Really depends on the strength of the rest of the deck, right? As to whether or not that glue is needed. Okay. As for this one, though, I mean, Chaotic Blur is some access to slow. We do get slow when we manage to use a Lashing Kick on an enemy who's weak, not weakened. Sorry, after we get into Zen. So we do have some slow access already here. So maybe I don't need to consider Chaotic Blur for that reason. Hey, you know what we might do? So I've been eating garbage for a while as this character. And a large amount of that has been my inability to find a good defensive option. So, why don't I go with Better Future? Because I'm not going to be, like, really hastily upgrading all of the defensive cards in this deck. I'll try and upgrade as many of them as possible, right? But I do have to upgrade aggression so I can actually get through some of the fights. That's something we've found very recently with this character. In fact, we've been finding that very recently with a lot of characters, right? You really, really, really don't want to stall out in this game. However, Better Future gives me the ability to upgrade the defensive cards that have already gone past and then put them back atop the deck. So it's good as a defensive tool that helps to scale our defense for the first floor at the absolute least. But then it also has the secondary impact of literally just having the tech Vision 2 on it so that I can reset up some offensive finisher. I like it. I like it. Let's try it. And then let's give away all of the cards in our backpack for an elite artifact. Blessing of Stalwart, delay like 6 at the start of each turn, overcharge every single turn, as well as increase your max energy by 1. So it's worth noting, you don't just get the overcharge increase of your max energy, you get an additional 1. We have Weak and Vulnerable on the Void, and then finally, during the Void fight, each time your discard is reshuffled, heal 10% of your max HP. That one's interesting. We'll see. Lose 20% max HP, gain the Tea Leaves artifact for 1 upgrade point at Shrines. So we should really plan out our entire traversal of this map before we either take or do not take that. Because... Wait, hang on. Oh, no. Actually, I am worried about this floor already. Hang on, let's look at the map. Riposte, combination. Actually, can I pull up the... Okay, can't pull up the map rewards yet. So Riposte, combination strike. There's a unbalanced timely maneuver. Not bad. Better Future further up there as well. There's a Dark Idol. I'm a little worried about this path because we've got a very, very early Soul Collector, so we're probably avoiding that. And then we want to try and get this treasure. Momentum Mori, deal damage equal to the half of the target's Future Strike. Slay, transfer their Future Strike. Great card for this kind of build. Meditation just to enter Zen. Upgrades for Foresight +1 as well. It's a cursed item even further up in that direction. Trance, Taste of Blood. Second copy of Taste of Blood, and then Better Future. Okay. So why is this a weird path? It's a weird path because, like, the ideal for me right now, as it looks like, is cut out, down, across, up, up, across. Almost certainly don't have enough souls here to get the uncommon artifact, so I probably go for the elite artifact. And if I go for the elite artifact, then I want to remove definitely at least one, right? I can probably have one void in the deck and not be too sad about it. I'll whinge about it a little bit, definitely. Oh, don't get me wrong. Oh god. Wait. Oh, no. Okay, hang on. I found the ideal path. Okay. Sorry. I know I've just been interrupting myself for 6 minutes here, but it's important, right? This is the biggest working part at the very start here. Okay, so we cut out, down, across, up, across. We go for the elite artifact here. We gain 3 voids in doing so. Okay. Then we're skipping this. We're not going to this treasure down here. We go across to this merchant, maybe purchase a card that could be important for our battles. Across, down. We do go to the... No, we don't go to the Soul Collector. Yeah, we don't go to the Soul Collector. We're not going to have that many souls by then. We might be able to get something, theoretically, but probably shouldn't do that, right? We go, so... Across, down, go for the elite, go up to a void, remove 2 voids from my deck, or 2 weaknesses rather. Shrine, remove 2 weaknesses. Then we go up, we go to a cursed item that I have to take a void in order to take, and it's an elite artifact, and then we go left, right. I can't tell left from right. I tried to be like, oh, okay, yeah, this is the direction. I tried. It was a 50-50. I was either going to get it right or I didn't. Damn. Yes, but we cut across, and then we go down, and we actually get the extra shrine, and we use the final shrine to remove 2 voids. So what we're actually doing is leveraging those shrines in order to remove the voids from our deck that have given us 2 elite artifacts over the course of the floor. What we're missing out on is card value over the course of this. So maybe I go for a random class uncommon. But it's entirely possible I get an uncommon I can't really utilize. Let's do it. Smack to the Future. That's probably a Future Strike card right there. Smack to the Future. Deal 2 Future Strike twice. Upgrades to 3 thrice. And decreases its cost. So this is a primary upgrade. And rewinds the target as well. Okay, so I'm going to lay out my proposed path. Just making sure that it's viable. Is any of these an illegal maneuver? That's my only way out. That's my only way out. That going there, going there. Okay, so yeah, we're not denying any space that we could go. Up and across and down. So we're missing out on gaining momentum. Don't care about that. Clairvoyance, don't care about that. Don't care about that much. No Kando, don't care about that at all. This treasure, okay, I care. Spellchild, no. Soul Collector, probably don't have the value to take care. Battle Insight, bring the Thunder, sorry. If Battle Insight was maybe 1 cost, it's not. It has to be in Vision, sorry, in Zen for Vision. It's decent damage though. But that same decent damage could be dealt by a combination strike that I'm definitely going to be picking up on the path. And that also has draw on it, so you know I'm all about that life. Okay. And then we also get 1, 2, 3 secret room checks. There's literally only 1 space that could be a secret room that I'm not going to right now. Okay. I think we're all good to go out. Pop a redo, Smack to the Future, the Better Future, and Outpace into the deck. We'll cut 3 repeating deflections, 4 repeating deflections, actually. So we're now tending aggressive over defensive, but our defensive cards are more impactful. Whew. All right, let's get about it. 10 minutes, but look, that preparation time is worth its weight in gold. Trust me. You'll have to trust me. Okay, lashing kick for slow. Really doesn't matter. It could be slow. It could be not slow. Doesn't matter either way. So I can get the kill next turn if I desperately wanted to. It'd be split them out like that and then use the leverage next turn. But maybe if we draw enough damage, I don't do that. So you're on 18, so I would have to have 8 additional Future Strike go onto you. That's not going to happen. Fine. Boom. Got him. I'll double repeating deflection, but guaranteed we have him. Secret room, secret room, secret room. Oh. Okay, let's get a... Got 3 openers in the deck. They're not really competing too heavily against one another. I'm going to cut a lashing kick for the... Actually, I'm going to cut another lashing kick and put a repeating deflection back into the deck. Unbalanced strike. An opener for vulnerable. I mean, the upgrade taking that to 5 Future Strike twice is actually, like, really good. I'd happily, like, replace it gaining momentum with that. Alright, Gloomshroom Blightwit. Okay, this is really unfortunate. Not having my spell, or not having access, rather, to my spell on turn 2 is going to be a really, really bad time, specifically against the Blightwit. They could actually give me the business here. So 3 Future Strike twice. I really want to pop that for 12 damage. For 6 damage. I just have to guarantee I can kill the Blightwit next turn. Having to defend for less will make that easier. Okay, we're all good. Right, so the Rage, you are 17 away from dead. So with 6, I actually have to focus all of my attacks on you still to get the kill. But it'll be definitely worth it because that target was actually going to pump in most of the damage that turn. So pre-defended against the majority of the bleed. Sorry, not bleed. There. Good work, Ryan. So eloquent. Let's redo a card, then a repeating deflection. And then I'm literally just looking for damage right now, right? Burner gaining momentum, and then turn 3, poison spores on the left. Yeah, I literally just have to guarantee as much as I can here. That 8. Okay, so we need 10 more damage on you, and then we've got the kill. And as long as we sort that out before the end of the next turn, we shouldn't have to worry. This should be fine. Bop, bop, bop. Alright. It's our perfect victory. The redo could easily take an upgrade. Combination strike. Smack to the future. I mean, Smack to the future really wants an upgrade to actually be usable. Things that save us in energy are really good upgrades. So Smack to the future and redo. Returns an extra card. A card is an energy for us. Smack to the future, is that ever going to be removed from the deck? Rewinding a target isn't always good. Gives you good control. Maybe that control matters a huge amount for me. Buys us an extra turn. Okay, buys us an extra turn. It matters a lot. Let's do that. As for the blue Voidstone and yellow Voidstone that we're currently holding, do those have ideal targets, really? That combination strike could be an easy blue Voidstone. Gives us more curation of our hand. Hey, this Better Future sure says Vision 1. Right, so if I play the blue Voidstone as well, this should do the block 4 Vision 1 and then the blue Voidstone goes off, so I can use that to put a card in my hand. As for the yellow voidstone, I think I'm going to want to find a block card that I'm comfortable with, and then pop it into that. So something like this Timely Manner is a really good idea, I think. Right, block 16 with its follow-up at delay blocks 6 for the next turn as well. That's pretty impactful. Alright, sister. Let's go. Okay, again, we're not going to be able to rewind. But this is a very, very good early aggressive turn here. No real reason to take over one enemy after, or rather over another, so. Ooh, man, redo with the upgrade would have been really clutch right now. Getting even more damage out there. Unfortunately, you can't rewind a target that's already on their first turn. Wait a second, no. Oh, that left would have died to the leverage this turn. Okay, I definitely shouldn't have done that on that target. Okay, I got burning on me as well. I'm just going to use that. 6. Okay. We can, repeating deflection, use Better Future to pop a combination strike back atop the deck, which we then have to discard. That midliner is not going to die here. Yeah, I did really badly on turn 1. I needed to locate my damage elsewhere. I overkilled the target by way too much, and yeah, it looks like I'm going to pay appropriately for it. All right. So what? I'm fishing for 18, 33, 15 Future Strike this turn. Sure isn't 15 Future Strike in that hand, is it? Hey, it might be, though. Gaining momentum. Better Future. Pops the gaining momentum back atop the deck. We purge another card. We play the gaining momentum. Yeah, that vision play was really good. That is to say, specifically the upgrade that went into that. Yeah, we definitely don't have enough souls for the common artifacts. Oh, hand size is increased by 1. Oh, Not only is that a delectable relic, but it also it also correctly parallels with the amount of whiskey I have left downstairs. I did a job recently and I bought myself a bottle of whiskey to celebrate. And I was so proud of buying myself a nice bottle of whiskey to celebrate a thing that I told people about it, and there's none left. I realized in having those discussions that I could not offer any because there's none left. Damn it. Bring the Thunder has actually like really kind of showed itself, right? In previous runs, but don't we have a Bring the Thunder out here somewhere? Okay, no we don't. Siphon Rage 50%. Man, that Time Warp would be so good. Purge Chain 1 is huge. Maybe I saved my money here. Yeah, for like a merchant or a disheveled salesman next floor. Yeah, I don't think any of these are important enough to actually want me to spend my money. Or more important than the money we would have to spend. Let's drop a Repeating Deflection here. Put the Timely Maneuver into the deck as I'd said. Socket the card in. I'm also going to cut one of the Gaining Maneuvers for a Unbalanced Strike there. Gaining Momentum, rather. This fight is against the Blightwoods. Okay, so I'm not going to put the Tower Shield in for this one, but I'm probably going to put it in for the Elite fight coming up. The incoming damage next turn is relatively low. Do I really want to do this? Yeah. So decreasing the cost of a card in the deck. Let's do it to the one with an actual cost. Then we'll pop that on there. We do have the ability to use the leverage on turn 2, which is ideal for us. I should really want to keep that outpace in hand because that's going to be a giant amount of block for us next turn. I don't really want to move anyone back to the attack they were using last turn. Still more damage, though. Okay. So this is 10 on an individual target. At the start of its turn. And then the triggers at the end of every even-numbered turn. Okay, so at the end of every even-numbered turn. That means that it happens definitely before Carnivorous goes off, and Carnivorous says the leftmost Gloom Shroom. So, yeah, it doesn't matter, effectively, is the answer to that setup. So allocate another 10 there. Then 18 on top of the 36. That's enough for the kill. Is it? No, that's not enough. Yeah, I have to pop the lash and kick in as well. That's fine, as long as I only have one target that I have to deal with. I'm finding myself in an energy crunch constantly here. It's getting to be a problem. Okay, let's go timely maneuver redo. And repeating deflection to roll out that turn, and then we're looking for a kill on like either target, right? The kicks occur at the end of the next turn. Yeah, so it doesn't matter here. We've got the kill in time. And we're all good. Not only are we all good, but we also have 1 turn's worth of cooldown left that we have to go past for our spell. That'll happen on turn 1 of the next fight, and then turn 2 we get to cast it. So pretty much ideally set up right there. That redo still really, really desperately wants an upgrade. So does Unbalanced Strike, right? Next return of vulnerability matters a hell of a lot for us right now. Back into the deck though. Yeah, actually no priority upgrades there. So let's just upgrade the redo. I cannot let that redo go unupgraded for much longer. I will hold on to the Green Voidstone because we do have in this base deck a Clarity. We also have a Calm here as well. So the possibility exists that I go for some sort of like Clarity, Calm, bunch of Green Voidstones, Foresight the entire deck, then play it all on turn 1 kind of situation. That would be contingent upon finding Mind over Matter, but look, we've got a treasure coming up. We've got merchants that aren't on this floor, but next floor. We've got ways that might happen. Okay, the Corrupted Ogre actually wants me to put the Tower Shield into the deck. I'm going to cut a Lashing Kick. I feel really, really bad about the deck's balance right now, to the point that I'm taking Repeating Deflection out and putting a Battle Plan in for the ability to get past some of our voids. Hell of a turn 1 right there. I don't know. Vulnerable doesn't even matter until next turn either, so gaining momentum will be our start. And then we even get 2 stacks of slow. So we have a stack of slow left on you for the next turn. I mean, one hell of a turn 1. There's the redo. No skills in there. I'm actually just purge play and then just wait for the next turn. I think I actually will just play. I was going to do the complete opposite of that, right? That's good too. Whoops. That shouldn't be how I did that. There's the combination strike. Okay, we will... Better future timely maneuver redo. I like that. What's the better future putting back atop the deck at that point? Literally any damage card? Literally any damage card will do. Well, in fact, the one that upgrades for the best damage, right? So the enemy has 1 stack of fatigue, so that means that the best damage comes from unbalanced strike there. Then we drop the Tower Shield. We play Timely Maneuver. We use Redo, returning 2 cards back to the hand. Unfortunately, 1 is a Void, so we get denied the energy from that. However, we have the ability to... We'll hold the Tower Shield for the next turn, actually, based off of that. We'll use Combination Strike for the draw here. An Unbalanced, and then a little bit of Lashing as well. Saving us some extra HP for the next turn, too. Turn 2, the sequel to Turn. Okay, Outpace. Outpace allows me to continue holding the Tower Shield. It's just... Do I want it? I should hold Smack to the Future for the next turn as well. That means I'm letting the enemy live until at least turn 6. Is that okay? Gosh, I guess it has to be. I like nothing about that turn. That was a bad turn. We don't even have the ability to get into Zen with this hand right now. I don't think I even care then. We go Unbalancing, then we Smack to the Future to return your turn, and then we'll kill you next turn. I'm gonna hold Tower Shield just in case some nonsense occurs here. Enemy's got 56. And turn and they die. Perfect. Quite literally perfect, in fact. 8. Yeah, that's enough souls to get the cheapest relic. That's about it. Let's take the Elite. Skeleton Mage. This is a problem. So at least we do have enough lashing kicks to actually try and get some slows off the enemy. The only problem is if I ever miss one, we die. Taste of Blood is really hard to utilize in a deck like this because we have so much future block, delay block rather. So I actually don't see a way to change our deck to be better. I mean, there's Potion of Stealth and trying to go off a little earlier. I think we kind of just take our lumps in this fight. Hopefully not too many of them. Third card you purge each turn, each turn causes you to gain 2 energy instead of 1. The fact is this character has a... So for all characters, your cards are also energy, right? You can purge a card at any time in order to get an energy. However, this character, your cards are everything, right? You can bypass energy a lot of the time based on how many cards you can have in hand. So this would give us the ability to refuel very efficiently if we want to take a turn that we're not getting into Zen, but I really don't want to slow the deck down, as we've seen recently. If anything, I just need to speed it up. Honestly, the most appealing one here is Flame Shield to me right now. Not for any great reason, to be entirely honest, though. It's literally just because I don't think the other two are as good as it. Power of the Void removes all debuffs, gains 1 AP. Yeah, so I can't even put slow on you, or rather, can't have slow last on you. I'm gonna purge 2 cards. Use this Clarity to hit. You know what? I'll use this Clarity to hit Tower Shield because I'm guaranteed to want to play that over the course of this fight. I'm also not going to drop the Void. I think I need my excess energy in this first cycle. Enemy's got Confuse. Okay, so next turn I'm going to want to take it off. This is to say I'm going to want to take next turn off of attacking. Confuse attacks with Frenzy 1, so it doesn't even matter if I slow them this turn either. So I may actually not want to use leverage here, so I have the ability to use it after the enemy gets fatigued to inflict weak upon them. What turn do I smack them to the future? And if I don't do extra damage now, when do I? Because I'm about to have a very aggressive turn. Hey, you know what? Let's start our aggressive turn first, because this is vulnerability. So, what is the value of this? 4 future strike? Okay, no. It's unbalanced into combo strike, double lashing. Very good right there. That timely block is a really good card for later as well. Do I put Tower Shields into the next cycle? It'll still be foreseen until I play it. Sure. Timely maneuver as well? How good's our draw? It's fine. I still need to cycle through the deck, and I still need to draw at a reasonable rate. Okay. Here's our smack to the future if we want it. So we get the enemy back to confusing us, which means we just get another turn to take off. Another turn to take off? Is that worth anything? No, I think if anything, I need to smack to the future when the enemy's trying to remove their debuffs. Or rather, sorry, to move them back to the turn where they are trying to remove their debuffs. So what, I could use Better Future right now, get a card to top the deck, draw into it. Oh, I know exactly what we do. We use Better Future, we put the Tower Shield back atop the deck, we drop the other card, and then kick you. Purge, 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 and then we hold the Tower Shield for the next turn. Okay, so the enemy's going to confuse this turn. Don't love that. But at least they're only attacking for Frenzy 1. Gaining momentum for some extra damage. This is round 4. We're attacking too slowly. Also, our attacks are quite weak. I need the enemy to remove debuffs, otherwise we are just going to die. Because I have no turn that I can actually go off on. And without that, we will die. You know what? Okay, I'm going to combo strike the top of the deck here. Purge that card. Play combo strike literally just for the straight up damage. Purge that card, and then purge smack to the future as well. We'll return that if we need it. Actually, we don't even have the ability to reliably return that, but I still need to remove it here. Outpace is definitely the defense for the next turn. It's 18 of the incoming 24. Nice. Thank you, Flame Shield, for blocking us for the rest of it. Let's go Outpace into Timely into Redo. Found some damage. Battle plan to get past the Void as well. Heck, I can actually slow the enemy a not insignificant amount here. There you go, deal less damage to me. Clarity doesn't have any great hits left in the deck either, so we'll... I mean, 8, 7... So I can play this and then that, and then I'm actually already fully defended for the next turn. Based off of the Flame Shield's generation. Okay, if the enemy's not dead by round 6... by round 8, like... We... there's been a mistake. At that point. I've been holding off on using leverage the entire time because I felt like I've needed to use it for a weakened turn, but I've always had a defensive plan. Just, it's good, right? That demonstrates that the deck has managed to account for a thing that otherwise it had been failing to account for. 2, C4. Okay, so what I'm finding out right now is we're actually a lot closer to our goal than we thought we were. So it's worth noting, this fatigue thing, Future Strike is inflicted an additional time equal to the target's fatigue. This is ridiculous. It's really, really good. And for this reason, anytime you can inflict fatigue on an enemy outside of the 2-turn structure, right? So if you have something like Time Warp, right, inflict your Future Strike at the end of this turn, and you play that on any odd-numbered turn, you are 2 turns ahead of the mark, despite probably not dealing that much Future Strike damage with it. You got a point of fatigue, and that matters. Gosh, does that ever matters. There's our kill. All right, Memento Mori immediately goes into the deck. Let's move forward a couple spaces before we do this kind of stuff, right? Shrine. Play for the cleansing, remove 2 voids. We go up 1 space, find the cursed shrine. Whenever you cast your spell, block equal to 3 times your spell's cooldown. So on turn 2, a lot of the time, this is going to be block for 12. That's pretty good. Take that, go across to the Lab Master. I typically hold here, but that draw potion's spicy, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to take the draw potion and move on. Replay. More access to slow. We already have that. Discipline? I really want discipline. Because it's either replay or discipline here. The amount of access of slow that I have is this version of the deck already. What, purge to delay block 4? Really? It's the rage 50% on this discipline that makes it a little bit appealing right now. I don't really get that much rage. Okay, I'll take it. It's not going to be my upgrade target. It's probably not going in the deck anytime soon, but I'll take it. That Unbalancing Strike really wants an upgrade as well. So the second turn of the Unbalancing Strike. So as we've noted, this only really matters if it's played on even numbered turn, because then it actually amplifies the damage that's going through. But if we upgrade it, it can be played on an odd or an even, and it's completely fine. Also, it is significantly more damage on the upgrade. At least until we start getting fatigue. Sure. Okay, no secret room adjacency, so it might have been up there, or maybe there isn't one necessarily on every map. Who are we fighting? Corpse Beast. The Unholy Beast gets stronger every turn. Yeah, the slower we are in this fight, the more dead we are in this fight. So I suspect that we ought to do something like... let's remove a... Yeah, we've only got 2 voids in the deck at this point. I'm going to remove that battle plan for a Memento Mori. This isn't a fight for a draw potion, right? No, not necessarily, I don't think. Purple Voidstone should go in something I always want to play. And actually, at the moment, we don't have something we always want to play. Still kind of looking out for a ideal defensive tool that we can pop that into. I think I'm comfortable with how we're going. Each time you cast a spell, take this value, take this item up by 1. When it reaches 3, your spell's cooldown will be reset. Okay, so let's track this, right? Cast it 1 time, cast it 2 times. Cast it the 3rd time, it immediately resets your cooldown. You cast it again, and then you cast it the 2nd time, and then 3rd and 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 1st, 2nd. Is that wrong? When this reaches 3, your spell's cooldown will be reset. and then you immediately use your spell, so you get 1. Hang on. I've just got to be certain of this. Does this become alternating double power ability? Individual spell, double, individual double. Yes, our spell at the moment isn't really worth it though. However, it does amplify the defense that we can get from the shield, so that is definitely worth something as well. Second card you purge each turn causes all debuffs suffered to be reduced by 1. I actually can purge 2 cards very, very effectively because we have the 6 cards in hand. Discarded Keys isn't bad here either. At the start of each fight, lose 1 energy and choose a card from your deck to add to your hand. My opening hand being 7 cards large gives us the ability to do some serious stuff. I like this idea of trying to go in on the spells though. I mean, we're going to make the enemy vulnerable on turn 1. God, I'm really not getting much defense here either. Never mind, I've got to use the leverage as my defense, which means that I'm not making them vulnerable on turn 1, which means I'm using momentum first. We get too slow on the enemy for that sake, at least. 1, 2, 3. Slow him down even one more time. And then I want to leave Smack to the future for the possibility of reverting them to a non-aggressive turn on a turn where they are getting aggressive, or the inverse if necessary. So I will hold this. Okay. Enemy's aggressive. It's fine, I guess. Our whole pile here is aggressive. Start out by using the leverage. That's happening 100% of the time here. Let's redo and then go as aggressive as we can. Is that really our solution? Are we purging a tower shield here? Yep. Do I Smack to the future just for the possibility of what? Getting another slow off on the target, because that'd be another attack that we do early. Yeah, that's actually good enough. 1, 2, 3. And then we get to slow the target for an extra turn. And if we've reverted them to their previous turn and they take the same path, so that is to say, if they choose to go attack next because they are going to their, you know, quote unquote turn 2 attack, that's actually really going to be good as well. Clarity would be a nice cast on that Memento Mori. Yeah. And then I'd leave the Memento Mori in hand until it deals enough damage. Sure. Not leaving myself with a bunch of energy access here, though. Only 6 to block this turn, at least. He's doing Frenzied Charge, inflicting 2 dazes here. I mean, like, I just want to get as much Future Strike on the target as I can. I think I just double purge those 2 and then play Timely Maneuver as well as the double Ashing Kick. Honestly, not super jazzed about that. Yeah, 9 damage into Memento Mori. Got a Combination Strike coming out next turn at least. Well, no, you're adding 2 dazes. I may not even get the Combination Strike. I might have got the Combination Strike. I don't even get any draw from it, though. Okay. I'm going to use Better Future here to pop the Tower Shield back atop the deck. Pull that out and immediately discard another card. Purge there. That Memento Mori is also not really going to be worth anything in this cycle, so I'll purge 1 more card, keeping the Tower Shield, getting back to full energy next turn. Between that Tower Shield and my Flame Shield, most of our defense has already come to us. But it looks like I can Tower Shield, Clarity. I guess Clarity goes on the card that I'm most likely to use as an opener. Pop a repeating deflection out there, and then I don't want to get past this outpace, but I also need to do damage, so that's that, I guess. I'm gonna have to save my ability for next turn, because I'm gonna need to use it as partially defense. This is bad.
Oh, this is bad.
Enemy has grown to astronomical levels faster than I had the ability to address it. Okay, so gaining momentum, lashing. Hang on, is there an aggressive move I could make first? Because we may be able to even kill the enemy this turn. Okay, let's think about it. If I use Better Future to get Combination Strike, pop that atop the deck, I pull it immediately, I discard the Void, I'm 1 energy down. I can't do that. Yeah, I need it to be a 1 cost if I'm going to be doing that. Okay. I mean, there's also the possibility of just fishing out the outpace, right? 18 blocks 3 for each stack of fatigue across all enemies, so another 9, 27 blocked by that. Then we have... I mean, I could actually full block based off of that. And in fact, it wouldn't be difficult. Okay, never mind, let's do that. Hey, timely maneuver. Great, I don't even have to use the leverage if I don't want to. Five, and then another 12 from that, and then we just have to amp up the damage next turn. We got 2 lashing kicks in the deck. Yeah, we're totally fine. As much as I want to play the spell every single time I get it, I also do want to hold it for the right turns because of the spell shield. So these are actually kind of conflicting in terms of the play pattern they actually want me to adhere to. Managed to perfect our way out of that fight and got a meditation. Extremely powerful card for us right there. I'm going to cut the clarity from the meditation at this point, frankly. Chaotic Blur. Then we go for a shrine. More than happy to do it. I mean, it's another... I mean, the reason to go here is to do another fight and just get the value out of that fight outside of the card reward itself, pretty much, I think. It's Bacon Bomb. Is Bacon Bomb really going to be what we want to run? Maybe with the Spell Shield, the Stew, and the bottle of whiskey? Bacon Bomb suddenly becomes really good? Maybe. Maybe. Save some energy here on turn 1. I like it. So this enemy doesn't want me to purge cards. Do I hold Momentum Mori for next turn? I think we can hold Momentum Mori for next turn. But I think unless we purge Smack to the Future, we never get to play it. Fine. This is a very optimistic play. It was a very optimistic play that was almost well supported. So defensive attack. Showing me a bunch of card. Gains fortitude equal to the current AP. Yes, 18 fortitude. Yeah, not bad. All right. Let's leverage. Only 4 block that we have to generate left. Slowing the enemy doesn't really matter here. Weakening the enemy does. I'm going to use Future Strike to put a lashing kick back to, yeah, still lashing kick back atop the deck. Draw that out, and then drop the Momentum Mori. How defensive the rest of the deck? Fairly. I'll double purge there, and then we're going bop, bop, bop. Ooh, redo. Worth. Getting to about half HP on that first cycle. Maybe gets the Fortitude there, unfortunately. That Outpace is really good for us, though. It's almost enough block by itself. Unfortunately, it's exactly that. Almost. Do I have to get into Zen this turn? Just play like Outpace as well as a repeating deflection. Well, I mean, we have incoming damage next turn, so I might as well do even more than that. Oh, but we do have the Timely Maneuver incoming as well. Well, look, it's not like I'm making the enemy any more fatigued over the course of this, so I know I'm playing Outpace. So it's literally just, am I going aggressive before doing that? If I go aggressive before doing that, I no longer perfect the fight. Do I think I can get away without perfecting this fight? I mean, look, I don't have to perfect every fight. I don't have the purple flask. But perfecting every fight gives me a pretty good idea of where my deck's at. Okay, I'm going to use this turn to refuel a little. Also purged way too many things. There's our Timely Maneuver. Hope I draw an attack here. Well, I need to draw a bunch of damage and have a bunch of energy in the next turn. Fine. You got me. Next turn, I have the ability to double spell. Which means the enemy is going to be vulnerable next turn, which means I don't need to open with Unbalancer here. In fact, I can open for the Rage. Do I purge for the energy next turn? We do have Momentum Mori coming through the deck. Sure. Because if I'm in dire straits, it's just double spell, right? Okay. So as I get it here, the idea is we go lashing, lashing, lashing. Purge a better future. Don't need any of that. It's 48 on that one. That's our kill. And then we don't even have to use the leverage yet. Round 6. Perfect. Whew. All right. The more time I'm investing into this, the more we're being rewarded. Brave Cleansing, get both the voids out of the deck. It's been a while since I've actually done like heavy void play like that. But we got the removals. We got some very, very spicy artifacts. Ooh, boy. What spice? That Black Void Stone, does that go anywhere for us right now? When I say that Black Void Stone, I'm talking about the one that we're creating, not the one we have. We don't have any right now, right? I mean, Redo's the obvious one, right? Makes the first cycle significantly better for us. I think we should probably see the options we have next floor as well, though. Purple Voidstone would go in Chaotic Blur if I didn't already have enough source to vulnerability that I don't think that's necessary for us, and enough openers that I don't think that's necessary for us. That battle plan could totally go back into the deck and just hold a Purple Voidstone in it. Not only can it, it should. Let's do that. Which means that could have done that earlier. My bad. Okay. Sounds low space damage, but no limit to a gradually growing frenzy. It's fine. I'm going to be slowing it consistently. The children have the ability to explode and deal damage the more cards you play. That's totally fine as well. I have a really good defensive toolkit. We really need an upgrade to that Memento Mori before it's actually playable for us. Okay. I like the idea of using Smack to the Future, but it feels like I always end up using it earlier than I might want. I only have to delay block 5 here. Or 4, actually. 2 of that's already going to be blocked by the Flame Shield, and the rest is already going to be blocked by my Zen State. So, yeah, I'll double perch. I'll get to 5 energy next turn. There we go. That's the next thing I need to do. I need to energy manage better right now. Oh, God, what'd you just do? When drawn, lose 1 energy. When drawn. So if I pull that back with redo, I shouldn't lose that, right? Didn't get it back with redo anyway, so we're not gonna know. That's okay though. We'll follow up with a double repeating deflection. There's our full block for the next turn also. Yeah, let's do it. I'll leverage. I'll leverage again. Then we have 1 turn off. And then we have another double coming back up. Yep. Okay, it totally works how I thought it was going to. I have 5 casts right now as well. How much damage exactly can I get through? That Unbalancing Strike is really good. Because I'm looking to Memento Mori here. So to be... Lashing... Lashing, you're about to blow up though. 14 incoming. I mean, I can Memento Mori right now, but I would start dealing damage to myself soon. Memento Mori is not going to be enough damage there. This card comes back upgraded 16 block? Sure, I'll use Better Future to get back Timely Maneuver. That comes into hand. We drop the Tower Shield, play the Timely Maneuver. Oh, really? You too? Well... thought I was going to be able to actually play the Memento Mori there. My bad. Okay, cool. We can definitely outpace this. Getting slow on their enemy actually doesn't matter to me right now. We may go meditation. Just to save some energy here. $23 versus 15. Yeah, the energy usage is pretty on a pretty stiff disparity right there. Okay. Just keep outpace for the next turn, I think, and just keep going for the mainliner. Lash him. Combo. Lash him one more time. That Memento Mori is pretty significant right now. It's more than significant enough, in fact. Because that mainliner is now very, 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 very much within striking distance of dead. And there's not much defense that I have to do on the next turn anyway. Okay, there's that exhaustion. So ideally, I only play 2 cards this turn. A better future. Getting a... combo strike out of the deck. We'll discard the exhaustion. Wait, hang on. Oh, right. Scrap is automatically discarded at the end of the enemy turn, not the expel on discard. What's expel on discard again? Gotta remember that keyword. Okay. Double purge there, and then that guarantees the kill at the end of the next turn. So honestly, like, I could just enter, win this fight here. Maybe I leverage. No, I'm gonna need that on... Yeah, this is worth the block for me, right? The Stew of Bad Memories follows the spell shield, because double casting this doesn't matter, except that it gives us the block. Okay, we got the new spell Bacon Bomb to upgrade points as well as 2 random Void Stones. Okay, so upgrade points. Right now, the upgrade points for me would probably just go into things that make the deck run a bit smoother, so lower costs. Things like the Memento Mori getting an upgrade. The Meditation having the ability to foresight a different card for an upgrade. I'm putting pretty expensive cards in this deck. I think I can definitely justify that. Alright, Memento and Meditation. Ooh, okay, that Disheveled Salesman needs to be on our path. And it's actually ideal. In fact, our path is non-negotiable. Okay. What would make us deviate from this? Surefoot sure wouldn't. There's the Smack to the Future. Not really being super impressed by the Smack to the Future I've been utilizing so far. There's a Time Warp, okay. Maneuver, more than happy with that. Anything that is like a little bit of block as well as draw here is extremely good due to the way that you want to manage your cards in hand for the sake of Zen. We get down to a Shrine here as well, so we can even get increased value before the Disheveled Salesman, which seems like it might be necessary for us. Echoes of the Past, not really super down with that. There's a Merchant and then a State of Mind. Not really super keen on any of those either. Not a better future over there. We do miss out on a Kneecaps, which would be some pretty good access to weak. But I think that's basically the only thing I'm slightly dismayed about. There is a world in which that Black Voidstone goes into a Memento Mori. Because then this becomes deal, 4 energy, sure. Deal damage equal to the target's future strike. And that's going to get pretty significant soon. Hey, you know what we totally could do? We could just meditate on turn 1. Right? Have the ability to go off hard on turn 1. So the reason that meditation on turn 1's a little bad is because it competes against other openers, but we only have 2 other openers. It's Foresight. I feel like I don't have a reliably good opening hand. That said, there's nothing I can identify along this path that I would... Well, maybe that Merchant. It would really change how we're building right now. I think this could go in Redo. I think this could go in Meditation. I think, like, the Black Voidstone could easily go in Redo right now, and then Meditation could just get the Green Voidstone. We could just roll with that. Fine. I don't need to be too tricky about it. Those are both good. They are both going to make appreciably large impacts in upcoming fights. Doesn't make sense to turn them down right now. Just because I'm looking for some ideal card in the future that I actually can't even identify right now. Definitely don't love that turn 1. Pop on that Momentum Mori. Do I even really want to preemptively block anything for the next turn? Yeah, I should block a little. Slow you as well. Try and decrease some of that incoming damage. So we block for 7 automatically next turn. So literally we just have to block for 1 in the next turn. We're fine. Sure. Because we're using leverage for 12. And we get 12? Yeah, 12. Okay, so there was 3 that we needed to block. But yes, leverage goes off now. Followed by a quick gaining of momentum. The lashing kick's enough kill for that target. That sure is a battle plan, isn't it? Alright, what do you got in you? Hold redo for the following turn. I think we have to because we can't cast all of this. 1 down. Can't we? Why can't we cast all of this, right? Repeating deflection, redo, 2 0 costs for a new Zen. If I draw a single ability, I get back into Zen. You! Come on, game! Yeah! Ability. Wouldn't have played that one. Nice work. Alright. Well, what do we do about this one here then? 12 allocated over there. 16 allocated over there takes you to 62, which is literally just short of kill. Unfortunately, this is only really a good play if I can get a bunch of them killed on the same turn. That is to say, more than are currently going to die. There we go. Two down. 2 back. We need to get really aggressive right now. We don't have a hand that can support that. Oh, yikes. This hand is really bad. Throw the lashing kick, use the... Better to get that back atop the deck. Drop a Memento Mori. Double cast these 2 and then just get some cards out there, I guess. Get the goat down, there's no respawns at least past this point. We're 2 additional turns away from our power turn. Okay, cool. There's only 6 incoming damage next turn. That could have been so much worse. 2 cards to discard. Not a giant fan of what it looks like we're about to do. But I think we have to do it anyway. 2, 3. That's our kill. Am I playing any block cards next turn? Probably not, actually. So I'll use that extra delay block to supplement the Flame Shield for the next turn. Flame Shield's big impact is not like it blocks all of the damage that's incoming or anything like that. In fact, it just helps you with one card meet the block requirement to stay perfect. So like you don't have to use an extra card to block for 1 or 2. I'm fine to get past the Tower Shield now. Alright, let's gain some momentum and then do some kicks. Some mad kicks. As for defense left in the deck, there's a decent amount of defense. There's also a decent amount of deck manipulation. And worst case scenario, we have the leverage as well. Gonna want excess energy for an upcoming turn. There is the Momentum Ori. Let's unbalance, lashing 2 times. That's not gonna kill? What? Battle plan. It's not gonna kill? Why? I deeply expected the kill here. The reason I did this. Well, I'm going to better future a repeating deflection then, I guess. Play that out. I'm doing this so that I can save my leverage. Because if I can just, like, solo the game, and definitely can, I can get a lot better results out of an upcoming fight. Okay. Guess I'll battle plan first. Sure. Then deflection and a fruit to get just a lashing kick back to top of the deck, and then hey, then it's damage time. It's damage time. Come on, kill your friends. Okay, perfect. Shield wall, block X equal to 18 plus 2 for each ability played this turn. It's weird. So some cards are written like block X equal to this plus this for each this. And then some other cards are written like, where are we? Like Foresight X, where X is equal to blah, 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 right? That one makes more sense, right? Because there's no initial bonus on it though. But compare it to, where are we? The text for Outpace. Block 14, block 2 for each stack of fatigue across all creatures. This may as well say block X equal to 14 plus 2 for each fatigue on enemy creatures. Right? What's the difference? I was about to say the difference is the ones that say X are like, because I'm thinking of also like heavy attack, the heavy attack that deals damage equal to the amount of attacks you played this turn by some modified value. I was thinking, oh, it might be that X is for donating the things that you've played this turn, right? And it's consistent across the board in that way. But then I looked at Foresight, and Foresight says X, where X equals the number of enemies with fatigue. Maybe it's just it would overcrowd the card, but then why could this not just be block 18, block an additional 1 for each ability played this turn? I don't know, it seems slightly inconsistent. There's a fair few things like that in the game at the moment that seem, on the face of their cards, inconsistent, but seem to be presenting similar mechanics. Game's still in early access, by the way. I know it's hard to tell that it's early access, given the look at the game. Just look at it. It's extremely polished. It looks real nice. It plays so damn well, but gotta give it some allowances for the early access. Veil to watch. Yeah, no modification to my deck here, thank you. Let's go in. I really need a more aggressive opening hand if I'm going to be doing this repeatedly, right? Still going to meditate. Drop that on the tower shield because I suspect that's going to be necessary. May end up using double ability next turn as well. May or will? Will, which means I have the ability to purge those two instead of playing them for the defensive next turn. Okay. So what can we do in this turn? That seems like that one's probably going to be pretty good. I can Memento Mori a target 2 times here. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4. So 50% of the time I can do that really well. Have I drawn past? Timely maneuver. So there's a couple different versions of this turn, right? The most optimistic version is I use Lashing and then I use Combination Strike and we draw a aggressive card. We play the aggressive card. We get into Zen. We use Memento Mori and then Better Future to get Memento Mori back, and then we play Memento Mori again. We instantly kill the target this turn. We transfer their Future Strike over. What's the defensive version of that play? We repeating deflection. No, we can't start with the abilities, our Zen point. No, we have to do it like this. 50-50. Well, that still probably works though, right? Yeah, we just return enough cards to have that be fine. 8. Outpace needs to be purged. That needs to be purged. I get 5 card plays here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 26 against that target at the moment. $35. Literally, it's going to be 1 short of actually getting the slay. Wow. That's not good. I could try and return Combination Strike to the top of the deck. Use that. I mean, honestly, that's how we probably best utilize the rest of the turn. Target a different character, let this one die. Seriously, 35. So what is it? How is it reaching 35 here? Half of the target's Future Strike. So their Future Strike is 74. So this would be... Hang on. Vulnerability is damage, deal damage equal to... Okay, so it's being amplified. So if it's being amplified to get to 35... Hang on. It's going to be rounding up. So 24... Right, 46... 24 gets... 46 gets halved to 23. 23 plus 12 rounds up for the vulnerability, which is why Memento Mori. So it's taking the base value of the Future Strike rather than the vulnerable value of the Future Strike. That makes a bunch of sense, right? It should be taking the base value. I just wanted to absolutely confirm, like, Could I have worked out that that was going to be how that was going to land? And yes, yeah, I definitely could have. Okay. Better future, get the combo strike, drop the Bane, use the combo strike on anyone else. Okay. And then give them a couple lumps. Tower Shield is almost certainly our full block next turn. We Tower Shield, we Battle Plan, we play another skill, then we go off. We could try and keep the Repeating Deflection as our extra skill. Yeah, there are a few draws where we don't get a skill at all, so this is fine. Looks good to me. Right. So again, this was Tar Shields, Deflection, use the Battle Plan. Guess we just drop Gaining Momentum. Okay, those targets aren't going to be vulnerable by the time they actually take the damage that's assigned to them. They're also both using Enraged Mourning, so stacking too slow on a single target would be good. Well, that's only if the target is going to live through the second turn, and they may not. Can't rewind a target that has never had a previous attack, apparently. Rewind you to an attack? I probably don't want to rewind to an attack. But then Smack to the Future does no damage unless I'm using it to rewind to an attack right now. Am I really that comfortable that I'm killing everyone next turn? I don't think I am. I think Smack to the Future doesn't even get played right now. I think we confirm our kill as much as we can on that target. Okay. Repeating deflection, better future. Gives us a pretty ideal look at basically any card that I could want to use. Fine. Deflection, future. Gets us combination strike. We hit that on the draw. We drop the outpace. Let's use combination strike over there. So we take down one target before they even attack us. Their incoming damage is 10. Yours is higher. Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to slow you. 20 incoming damage next turn. Yeah, I actually need to preempt some block for that. Hey, there's all the preempted block we needed. Enemy's getting really strong now, and I am starting to get really scared now. Okay, so the Veiled is now dead. One down. I need a couple very, very strong aggressive cards. That's what I'm missing in this deck right now. Better future, looking for aggression. Drop the outpace. Okay. 6. Let's do it. $36, that's fine. You're actually only getting 16 through. Oh, no, wait, you're Enraged Mourning. Never mind, you're not getting any through. I could wait 2 turns here. To use leverage, just increase the value of the Stew of Bad Memories when we actually have like a free opportunity to do so. I like hard purge this hand as well. Yeah, 80 incoming damage from that Veiled Watcher apparently here. Gosh, it doesn't look like we have much outgoing damage. Can you please stop? Like, our whole deck is Banes. I need... That next hand is very good, but I need that next hand in this hand. Otherwise, we have problems. Speaking of problems. Yikes. 1, 2... 5 damage with it. This is the worst. Really? This is really how we're gonna bleed? Alright. I need... Oh god, I should have held Memento Mori and just used it for the kill. Oh, wait! Ryan! Why did you do this to yourself? There we go. Cop the damage. Next turn. Yikes. That was just way too slow. That was far, far too slow of a fight. How do fights not be that slow? Upgrade our damage. We have no good sources of actually upgrading damage. We'll upgrade the combination strike, but I'm not happy with it. I need a card that gives us damage. Okay, Bacon Bomb. Discard your hand, inflict 5 damage to all creatures for each card discarded. This is effectively pass turn, deal 30 damage to all enemies, and also block for 24. Not 24, sorry, 18. I mean, that's not bad in certain contexts, but I can't use it here. Okay. Start out with a meditation, hit that on... Memento Mori has been really underwhelming me, to be honest, at the moment. But honestly, the reason it's underwhelming me is because I have no card that deal a large amount of Future Strike. That is just directly objection. Directly, obviously, the reason. Okay. I can get a lot of value out of this turn. Well, let's just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Then we use Redo, returning 2 back to hand. Redo again. That was the wrong order. We needed to play Repeating Deflection to end, and then double Redo in order to get them back. Yeah, that was badly done on my part. I thought I was going to be able to get back into Sand and cast some extra cards that turn. That was a big old play I had in mind there. Let's go gain some momentum before I double leverage here. Speaking of leverage, we'll try and utilize the Memento Mori's leverage on the match here in order to give us a pretty early kill. Also got fatigue on the other 2 targets, as well as vulnerability for another turn. That tower shield obviously stays in hand here. Better Future is the card to top the deck, okay. so I just don't go into Zen this turn? Is that really how we handle this? I think that's actually how we handle this. Just triple purge and hold the tower. Okay, so I mean, like, tower, timely, better future is a really good turn. Why am I looking for better turns than that? Like, that is not just a really good turn, but it's a turn that does all of the things that I need done. Okay, cool. Assassin's dead. In fact, they're even dead before they do any damage to me. The poison is being counteracted by the flame shield now consistently. Let's just drop that timely maneuver because we've already got the kills. Our next big power-up is going to be here, obviously. The Time Warp giving us the ability to try and get extra Future Strike, extra Fatigue in particular. Out there is going to be huge. Then it's going to be the Disheveled Salesman for picking up artifacts, hopefully multiple, possibly at this point just one. And then the Soul Collector. So Time Warp, Disheveled, Soul Collector. After each of those, hopefully I feel significantly more comfortable because I'm starting to feel on edge here. I'm starting to feel like we could easily get to a fight that I actually have to play so slow that I definitely lose. Cool. And I'll leave the leverage for later. Another Memento Mori there. Okay. The Hag. Each time you target her with an attack card, she'll reflect damage back to you. Also gains frenzy as the fight goes on. So my only way of preventing her from dealing damage is to, well, what? Play very few cards against her, which I can't do. I have very, like, I don't have ways to deal damage outside of just doing it. I wonder if Taste for Blood goes in this deck. Maybe a single one. The enemy can do some pretty ridiculous stuff. I'd love to make them skip their first turn as well, but they still will hit me back, and that is the big problem. Each time you kill a non-minion enemy, your spell's cooldown to be reset is huge. So is Eldritch Blessing, but we're trying to do like a spell kind of situation here. So I like the idea of trying to utilize that. Whenever you play an attack card against this creature before it resolves, you suffer 6 threat. Each time you draw a Bane, this creature will increase its frenzy by 1. So I can lash and kick you 2 times, taking 12 damage here, and then I can Better Future, repeating deflection, or repeating deflection, Better Future, repeating deflection. Getting some preemptive block for the next turn, but I also just block this turn. Ugh. Just, ugh, you know? Real, ugh, hours. I'm going to use the leverage, effectively responding to my own attacks against the enemy. So I could go like lashing, taste of blood. Yeah, let's do that. Lashing, taste of blood for 12. We get the 18. Actually, before the card goes off, right? We dealt 18 damage. Yeah, cool. Outpace is not enough defense for itself right now, but leverage is huge, and outpace is enough. Unfortunately, again, we're on 0 energy. The enemy is a lot more fragile than I thought they were. So I'm glad at the absolute least to see that. Rest of the Rest of the deck absolutely sucks for us right now, though. Like, this may literally just be, like, combo strike, repeating deflection, and timely maneuver. I mean, repeating is just for block next turn, right? Okay, I'll grab some energy back. Enemies attacking this turn, so we'll smack to the future, get them back. I'm almost certainly also going to use double redo this turn. Whenever you draw, a Bane increases frenzy by 1, so don't have to worry. Yeah, we didn't draw that Bane. That Taste of Blood would be really good next turn if I was letting the enemy attack here, but ideally I really think I need to stop that. Actually, that might be a perfect finisher. So timely maneuver can block us against 2 attacks I make to the enemy this turn. Which would be like 1, 2, and then the 48 incoming, and then we taste blood on the next turn. I don't even slow them because I want them to do the damage. Right? Hang on. So let's just confirm this works out for us. If I slow you, you deal 6 less damage to us, but we deal 9 more to you. So I could just do that right now. Smack to the future is the real killer. Oh, right. It's I couldn't cast an extra card that turn without taking damage. That's why I didn't cast that card. Got it. That said, 42 incoming next turn. And I got 4 preemptive block. The enemy's taking damage to the effect this turn. So I have to smack to the future at the start of the next turn. Yeah, I shouldn't have cast that last attack. I should have just left it in hand. So we're not going to perfect the fight as a result of that. Okay, we got giant defensive tools there. Opener. Draw. Kill him. Glad I put that card in the deck. Not glad I played badly at the end there. It's okay. It happens to everyone. Let's get the Time Warp into the deck. Cut the Taste of Blood. Feeling really, really, really on edge about our lack of a good attacking card at this point as well. Like, we're 1 good attack card away from being really, really happy. Just a shame to be that close and that far, you know? This would be a great turn on some other turn that isn't this turn. Like, if I just had more value concentrated in individual cards. Honestly, to me, it feels like the best play right now might just be purge these 3 and then wait. Fine. I'm gonna trust my gut on that one. Probably could have purged meditation as well there, actually. Okay, first things first. Bot, bot. No longer taking any damage this turn. I like the idea of the rage 25%, but I don't know if that's more impactful than just saving energy from using redo first. Right, no, we don't do it in that order because we want more damage in the discard pile before we redo. Let's use this to hit the combo strike. Then we lashing kick, gaining momentum. Redo, use the lashing kick. Redo again. How much damage do we really want out here? And how much preemptive block for the next turn? I could probably use any amount of preemptive block for the next turn that gets offered to me. Okay. Repeating. Better Future puts a lashing kick back atop the deck. Discard one, and then Memento Mori is 20 damage right now. I mean, that's pretty minimal. It's up against 15 for free. Take the 15 for free. And then we're already full block for this turn. Thank you, Flame Shield. It'll increase its frenzy by 2, then attack, then it'll increase its frenzy by 1. So you're a good target for the Smack to the Future at this point. And Time Warp definitely wants to go off this turn as well. Okay, let's smack you to the future. The combo strike out on you. Ooh. Actually, we don't need the giant defensive tools right now. 2, 3, and Time Warp to round out the turn and double purge. If I wanted more fatigue stacks across enemy creatures, I would have actually split those attacks against all enemies. That's what I should have done. Okay, the Memento Mori's coming out this turn, probably. Let's follow it with the combo strike first. Lashing. So yeah, Memento Mori is not going to be able to get that kill. Well, I mean, it secures the kill, right? But it doesn't individually by itself get the kill. Actually, does it? Hang on. 33. 39. Again, it's just short. I could Memento Mori, use the Better Future to get it back. And then I wouldn't be able to play the second one unless I didn't use the previous lashing kick. Okay, never mind. Yeah. It's lashing kick. And then should I just return combo strike? It feels like my entire discard pile is better than my entire draw pile at this point. Well, no, because we need to defend next. I'll hold on to Better Future. Okay, thank you, enemy, for dying, because that gives me the ability to play this. I should basically do that anytime an enemy dies, because then the Stew of Bad Memories, like, these are really going to go off. We are very much in a spell-centric run. I like it. I like the idea of being able to actually run that. Let's go. Battle plan through outpace. I need damage. We'll go Better Future for a combination strike. Okay, that was Better Future. This is fine. And then we can... Repeating Deflection to set up the next turn. Have a Time Warp go out. And then I attack each of you once. Right? No, killing the assassin first is so much more important. That Time Warp has appeared on every ideal turn for me right now. Muchly valued. 15, and then that'll be halved and round up, so 7, 8. So it'll deal 8 damage, which will cause that enemy to die to their She, which will give me the ability to use my leverage against this turn. Okay. In fact, it'll give me the ability to use it 2 times that turn. Okay, the spell modifiers are the reason this run is working. The fact is that the deck is quite weak, but the spell modifiers are quite strong. I wonder if I have to skip some of the value of the Disheveled Salesman just to get more value from Merchant. That is the thing that I've been tossing up this entire fight so far. Entire floor so far. Okay, so then I end my turn, you die. I do get my spell back right at the end of the turn, so always end those fights with spells, unless I'm killing a minion as the last enemy, and you can't kill a minion as the last enemy because you kill a Guardian in those circumstances. Alright, Salesman. 1 extra energy every single turn. What the hell? Start of each fight, apply 2 weak to all enemies and delay block 10. Whilst that's really good, we leverage on turn 2 almost all of the time, which is effectively delay block 14 for turn 2, which is usually enough. Each time you purge an ability, no, definitely like an extra energy every single turn, and then we hold on to enough money to possibly get an offensive card at the upcoming Merchant. I'm positively giddy. Also, look at our soul count. Like, getting to this Soul Collector is just going to be a clean sweep. I'm going to pop a health potion into this fight. It's only 0 cost cards that are naturally 0 cost, so we do have to worry out for redo, but the rest of our Zen cards aren't going to just suddenly kill us here. You know what we probably could do, though? I can't see their health values right now, but we could probably go into this fight with a Bacon Bomb and actually have a really good time about it. Yeah. Cop this. I should do that on the turn the enemy is actually attacked, right? Let's make Tar Shield cost less. Okay. Combo strike into a double lash. Smack to the future. Will battle plan first. Okay, so I can only cast 2 more of these. Let's go smack to the future. Probably should have gone for the extra slow there, to be entirely honest. Maybe this is nothing. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. We got 20 incoming damage next turn. Redo and Better Future are going to be at the very top of a deck. That was bad, right? I think so. Good outpace right there, at least. Okay, purge outpace, play this, get outpace, put that back in my hands. Drop the unbalancing strike, return 2 cards to hand. Double defend. Return those 2 cards to hand and do it again. Yeah, Bacon Bomb was a really bad idea. Yeah, it was a really bad idea. I should have done it like that. That's my bad. Okay. Yeah, maybe if I pivoted to it immediately after getting it, it'd propose some value for us here, but it's This is not the way to go about that. Yeah, this is a problem. And it's only going to become more and more of a problem as we continue. So I need to suddenly find a way out of this. Let's go rep deflect. Okay, I also need to get into the next deck pretty quickly here, I think. There's our opener. Let's use the combo strike for the double draw this turn. Let's go slow there. Fine. Okay, battle plan did find Memento Mori. That's good. We can actually kill the mainline target now. One. Purge kill. Tower. With that kill, we now have the ability to use the Bacon Bomb. I mean, the Bacon Bomb is giant defense. Do I want to use it this turn or next turn, though? I could probably use it this turn. Okay, yeah. We go... Hang on. So you've got 70, 25 out of that. So, sorry, 23 out of that, rather. So 70 reduced 23 is 47 left on you. So only 15 damage needs to go in your direction. And then your 79, 41 is 38 left over. Bacon Bomb's not going to kill as a result of the cards that I'm using, though. So it definitely gets used next turn, then. Was it theoretically possible for it to be used that turn? Sure, maybe. It's just not how the reality of the situation goes down, though. All right. Bacon Bomb. Do I want to just do 30 damage with the Bacon Bomb? Not an awful idea. I actually may try and just kill this enemy with the Bacon Bomb if possible. Yeah, because the amount of damage they can deal to us is very minimal. And then we want to end the fight with 8. With the Stew of Bad Memories on 3. So here I'm just guaranteeing that the enemy will die to the next Bacon Bomb. And holding on to any defensive tool that allows me to stall. Oh, I got nothing but time, friend. You think you're patient? I played Infinites killing 1,000 enemies, 1,000 HP enemies before, doing 1 damage at a time. Okay. As for our upgrade, I bet a Future sure gives us a second card, but the Time Warp purges for Chain 1. We very seldom want to actually purge the Time Warp. Battle plan getting an extra card to discard is pretty big, though. Okay. So, coming out to this layer, we see that maneuver definitely ought to be in the deck. We already have, I guess, the rest of the cards in the deck that we needed. Huh. So we left some out. Yellow Voidstone for more block. I mean, honestly, that could just straight up go on to maneuver. Ends up as a 11 draw 1. There is value in putting it in something aggressive so that I can have a very aggressive turn whilst still slightly defending ourselves, but I really think that maneuver is just going to be a fine location for it. All right, merchant, save our life. That's that's not it, is it? Deal 6 damage thrice is still the most damage that I have access to, though. And it opens to delay block. So I could train another spell at the spell child. What spell is going to be significantly more powerful than what we're currently utilizing? Energy tap, maybe? Cards are our problem, not energy. Very few things that just draw for us. And I'll have enough money by this point to still probably pick up something from the Lab Master. Fine. We get the Cautious Blow. I'm honestly not super jazzed about it, but I just need the damage it provides. Okay. Use of Malice. Yeah, increases its already serious damage output. Blah, blah, blah. We've seen this one before. Definitely got to get leverage back on. The enemy has way too much HP. It's only an AoE fight, so we can even consider the bacon, but we're probably not really going to consider it that much anymore. I could see a world in which we need to put like a shield bash or something. Sorry, shield wall in here. I'm not going to. All right, Beast of Malice. Come on, good relics, artifacts. Boots of Quickness. Start your turn with 3 energy or less. Add a volatile sidestep to your hands. Honestly, not bad. Every third heavy card played will cost 0. We Taste of Blood are considered heavy. Interesting. As for other heavy cards we have access to... Yeah, it's a no. It's a strong no. We'll take the Boots of Quickness for the ability to use effectively a free card to try and start entering Zen. God, that Time Warp would be so good this turn if I had the ability to actually do any damage. I mean, I could use leverage right now. Let's do some drawing first. Really? Yikes. So this Time Warp don't work this turn then? Just wanted anything that said Future Strike on it at all. I could redo and try and keep going, but that's a lot of investment on this turn 1 to try and get 1 fatigue on the... 1 fatigue matters so much, though. Fine, 1 fatigue matters enough. We're doing it. I'm pretty sad about it, but we're doing it. So we leave meditation for the second cycle. We double play replay and probably outpace next turn. Okay. Really matters as to what redo gets back is what we do with this turn, right? Interesting. There's another Time Warp. We don't really need it. There's a meditation we don't really need this turn either. How much defense can I even generate from non-aggressive sources? This is 16 by itself. Maybe I want to look into other sources. Let's play that maneuver. So can I get 8 more block from something? Not really right now. I can use Better Future in order to get something back that'll do that, though. Repeating Deflection will do it. That's not bad, but we can do that in a later moment here. I think at the moment we need to focus on actually just generating a giant amount of burn on the enemy. Openers are no longer available to us. That makes sense. Return your action to an attack. We're probably going to hold on to the smack to the future. Definitely slow the enemy as much as possible here. There's another lashing kick. Another great opportunity for a slow. I mean, that timely maneuver is already all of the block that we need. So let's go gaining momentum. Timely maneuver. Do I need to go off again? Okay, so maybe I don't need to. Do I want to go off again? A little bit, actually. The amount of effort it would take me to go off again, though, would expend way more valuable tools than I generate with it. Or, yeah. Yeah, I'm going for the purge. I'll hold the time warp and the smack to the future. It's fine. As long as I keep the enemy consistently slowed, I don't really have to worry about the fact that I'm giving them frenzy here. Attacks for 30, then increases frenzy by 1 and deals 2 days. Yeah, this is definitely the smack to the future turn. Also gives us the ability to get a lash and kick out there, so happy about that too. The draw off the top of the deck is not going to happen. Yikes. 1, 2, 3. So I'm using a tower shield here to defend against 7. To what end? Because if I play the Time Warp instead, I get another stack of fatigue off on the enemy. So what does 7 health save us? Well, okay, 7 health saves us 7 health. That's important. It gets us some more essence going into the next area, the Spell Child. I guess it is theoretically possible the Spell Child has something important for us. Incoming next turn is 10. No, I need the tower shield next turn. Oh, wow. So Future Strike... Hang on. Future Strike can increase the enemy's frenzy. Okay, so the enemy can increase their frenzy after the end of my turn due to the Future Strike dealt to them. I've noticed this in a couple situations. So the Beast of Malice can get more frenzy and suddenly increase the incoming threat. But also... in the fight against the drowned enemies, the bloated enemy deals 15 damage to you, which it goes 15 to your, not to your threat incoming, right? To your immediate threat, and then the turn ends and the threat is dealt to you, right? So you have to kill the pummels both last if there's 2 of them on the field, or last individually. Right, so meditation then go off. Yeah, meditation then go off. Let's pop a maneuver and a little bit short of the defense that I wanted to get here. It's fine though. No plan. Yikes, short again without that tower shield. Can't even full cast the rest of this hand. Oh, wait, that's fine. Yeah, the enemy dies at the end of the turn. Alright, there's the State of Minds. What do you got? Yeah, I didn't have enough to afford anything here. Sift 1, draw 1, discard 1. 2-turn cooldown. So, what? 6 block? Yeah. Apply 2 weak. I might have considered apply 2 weak based on whatever enemies I haven't ended up being fighting soon. Okay. Let's just get through this fight and then find our legs in the upcoming merchant. Gosh, this could be a really good opening turn depending on how much draw we get. Fine. I'm gonna redo hitting the Memento Mori because I think I'm... that's not what I wanted. Because I'm gonna try and go quick with this. Can we... Combo strike. Okay, never mind. This is everything we wanted. So battle plan drops. Battle plan should drop something that I'm fine to get back. 4 more casts in combo. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And Memento Mori is a 0 cost. Yeah. Okay, we'll drop that. Then a repeating deflection. 1, 2, 3. Then we redo 2 times. Okay. Oh, that's really unfortunate. So I don't get to time warp here. I was really hoping one of the cards we were going to redo was either going to be Memento Mori or the battle plan here. Yikes. So I can double purge, and then repeating deflection, and then just try and get more attacks out. Yeah, honestly, I think that's ideal. 1, 2. So, repeating deflection, we use the combination strike for the extra draw. I can drop either of these just for the cautious blow instead. I think he's not attacking, so slowing them doesn't matter. Alright, then we go for the leverage next turn. Do we do it next turn, or do we do it next turn? Well, the enemy's about to take a bunch of damage, so really, like, if we're doing vulnerability, we do it right now, right? Let's gain some momentum, lash a kick or two. Pop a better future out there and get a Memento Mori in hand so we can actually deal a solid 90. I like that. Let's use the maneuver first, see if we get more damage, which we do. Okay, that's pretty significant. Almost any play, even like overly defensive play from this point on, should really get us to meet that enemy's mark right there. Oh, time warp though. 1, 2, 3. Memento Mori as well. Birthday, etc. Time warp and turn. Got him. Okay. No, second final available upgrade. 3 extra block on maneuver is really feeling underwhelming at this point, right? Fine. Let's do the unique thing. Better future. Sadly, we're just short of being able to buy 2 of these. I think the crippling potion probably makes the biggest difference. What potions do we have at the moment? 1 crippling, 1 exploding, 1 stealth, 1 draw. Strength potion doesn't really matter that much to us. Does it? Maybe that covers our weaknesses in the final fight. What are our weaknesses? That we scale with fatigue, which we apply slowly. Which means that the best here is crippling. Okay, Soul Collector. I got 40 here. Butcher's Blade. First attack card played each turn will rebound. Very good. Pre-fight, at the start of each fight, rage 100%. If you're over 50 HP, 50% HP rather, gain 1 energy. That's at the start of each fight. There's also Clawed Chain over here. Deal 2 Future Strike to a random enemy at the start of the turn. 2 Future Strike to a random enemy at the start of the turn is actually kind of interesting for the possibility that it gives them fatigue. But I think I go that and then the pre-fight. So Do-Over returns a random non-weakness. Okay, what's this fight against? There's the Bloated in the Deep. We're going to have to keep in mind the exact things I was talking about previously. I can't generate that much rage in this fight, but that's fine. I can't generate that much rage in any fight. Also has the ability to haunt us. Not a problem. Any modifications we'd make to the deck in order to prepare for it. State of Mind has an appeal, but I feel like by the time that I get State of Mind out, I'm accomplishing State of Mind more with other cards. It's a weird one. I may be like severely underestimating the value of that card. Really wanted a more aggressive opening hand, I'll be honest here. Like, I could legitimately just purge these two and then wait a turn without feeling too bad about it. Actually, even purge the Tower Shield because I will use the leverage next turn. So then all of my targeting goes against the deep. But that's fine, that's intentional. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Waiting for next turn. Unfortunately, I missed out on capitalizing on our rage there. But it was only 25% because the enemies were limiting it, right? Great, so we have actually more damage in this hand. Like it a lot. First attack card will rebound. So, will that give me Back to the Future back? Only one way to find out, right? Get that Cautious Blow to cost less. Okay. Why did I think I was going to be able to full defend this turn? Anyway. That didn't rebound, and it utilized the effect of the Butcher's Blade. Well, we did some science. And when you do science, you're not always satisfied with the results. A lot of good choices for an opener right now. I don't really care about the delay block 6 for the next turn though. So the idea of using redo maneuver as the start of the turn is pretty appealing. Give myself a bunch of tools in hand. No, you know what? I'm actually going to use that as a way to try and get more value at the end of the turn. Let's go for Cautious Blow into Combo Strike into just one more Cautious Blow for fun's sake. Okay. Then I'll maneuver. So ideally we end up with enough tools to be able to enter and exit and enter again Zen here. Two. Three to get a... But I guess just the cheapest card that I can get. Maneuver, I guess, back atop the deck. Uh-oh. Second card actually goes on top of the deck, so there's the repeating deflection now. We cast a repeating deflection, we double redo. Thank you for all of the most expensive cards that I have access to at any point in my life. I real appreciate it. There's the Memento Mori and a Cautious Blow for some more damage out there. Look, I have a maneuver now or later. It's round 3 here as well. Okay, so I have one more turn to pop out as much damage as I need to kill the deep. I might try and hold on to that Time Warp as well here. So let's start out with abilities. Battle Plan through the Bane, and it's probably Outpace as well, actually, though. Then what would I even vision back atop the deck? There's nothing I really want to vision right now, so sure, let's timely maneuver our way out of that one. Then Combo Strike is a really good card to return to hand, what with the damage and all. That Momentum Warrior is not going to be capable of getting the kill for us. Forget it, Ryan. $77 2 times is 154, right? We can do that. 1. Better Future returns it to the top of the deck. God, what did I just do? It shouldn't have been the first selection. I'll also put Battle Plan there now. Discard that, play Battle Plan, discard those two, discard that. No! Why? Would have actually been able to win the fight on that turn. Well, I say win the fight, right? I mean end the combat part of this fight. But all right, let's get some cautious blows in there. Should probably keep the leverage for next turn, the double casted leverage, that is. One more repetitious deflectious. And if I am using those next turn, we've already got the kill on that target. Actually, we already have the kill on that target because they are permanently vulnerable. Okay. Just gotta quickly pop that button 2 times there. Then go for a Cautious Blow. Memento is not an attack, so it wouldn't be returned to hand, mind. Time Warp that's not necessary here either. Classic. One down. 2 down. I love this as well, because now I get the leverage, and then at the end of the fight, I get it all back, and we're all fine. Alright, so start out with the battle plan. Just look at the damage. Guess what we found? Maneuver into warp, into damage, 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 damage. And then you die at the end of the turn. Nice. Final upgrade of the game. Probably on Outpace, right? It's actually scaling defense with that. Okay, so Nightmare Steed, Black Coach. Not being able to get any fatigue on the Black Coach at the very start of the fight is going to be a problem for us. It's going to slow us down pretty significantly. Bacon Bomb's still not better, though. It goes to the past. Temporary copies of a card from discard at the top of the deck. What do I want more copies of in this deck? I mean, redo, but that's only in discard. God, maybe Echoes of the Past is actually incredible and I've just been ignoring it constantly. I'm actually increasingly worried that is the case. Well, might as well commit. If you can't be good, be consistent. I've always believed that. Ever since it suited me to do so. Let's go for Meditation. And I will hit that tower shield actually this time. Okay. A Cautious Blow. Followed by another of its ilk. God. There's so many good tools here. I really want to keep all of them. As much as I want to keep all of them, I should keep only as many as I can actually utilize. That'll do. I should split the fatigue! Ryan, you know that. Okay, so what do we discard? Our rebound active this turn. We do have to find a way to defend against the incoming. That timely maneuver is already enough to defend against it. So how do I get into Zen this turn? Repeating timely memory? No. Wait, no, the first one returns to hand, right? So we just lashing, and then smack. Cool. So we drop repeating. Wait, this is turn 2. Totally fine to still drop in the, totally fine to have still dropped the same thing. There we go. Hold on, it's the second cast. No. I mean, these are minion enemies. Wait, are they minion enemies? Yeah, they are minion enemies. But you still have to kill them in order to get the fight down. Not in Zen, so sure. Trample you all the way back to attacking us. Don't have Memento Mori for 20 damage here. It's 20 damage. And the thing about 20 damage is 20 damage is 20 damage. Just above 19 and just below 21. It's good damage. Okay. So for bouncing back to hand this turn, probably combination strike would be nice. So getting into a combo without that would be good too. Maneuver. Ooh. Okay, let's do that and then time warp. Redo getting those 2 cards back. We'll return the combination strike to hand again. Then throw an unbalancing strike out there and redo, getting back the aggressive cards again. I'm going to purge looking for defensive tools. Cautious blow, unbalanced. So I don't want unbalancing and cautious blow in the same hand, ideally. $112 against 92 and 11. Yep. We're over on that. And that does trigger at the end of this turn as well. We spread out here, so we get more fatigue too. I mean, that cautious blow could be pretty impactful if I just wanted to set it up. Then I have to use Tower Shield for defense next turn, but I'm almost certain to draw it. Sure. Nice. Drew exactly the card we were looking for. Let's... Do you have a different way to defend? No. Also, hits do go out at the end of this turn. Do I have any way of inflicting vulnerability? Yeah, not without it being an opener. More vulnerability access would also be really good for this deck. So better future, I put 2 cards atop the deck, and the one that I want the least goes first. So better future, unbalanced, cautious. Draw out the cautious. There's a Memento Mori. Honestly, that Memento Mori is probably going to be worth something here. Oh. Oh. Yeah. We attack again, purge 1, attack again, and then Memento Mori for 46. 46 ain't nothing. We've got some fatigue on midliner somehow. Can you suffer Future Strike? Immune, you're immune to damage and debuffs. Yeah, so you will be immune to not fatigue, right? Because fatigue is a debuff. Or rather, you won't be immune to fatigue. So I guess, yeah, I could have just been fatiguing the entire time. Huh. That really surprises me. Guess we'll time warp this turn. Let's drop a gaining momentum in order to do that. No, it's actually fine to sidestep first. Sidestep into repeating deflection into time warp. So Memento Mori at the end of the turn, so I just want one of these to come back to hand. It really doesn't matter which. They're pretty much the same for us. Do I even want a Memento Mori here? And it triggers at the end of the turn. Right, 11, 56 total. 15 is definitely enough to get over that hump. Sure, we'll go for it. Okay. My coach has got 41 damage. Keep an eye out for that. But we do have the ability to set up vulnerability this turn. Do I set up the vulnerability this turn, though? Cautious Blow with some delay block is nice. We have an outpace in the next hand. That said, this is also more damage. Slowing the enemy doesn't matter that much, rather. Probably end up using the ability next turn for some more block. Fine. Let's go cautious, cautious. Am I gonna need better future to fish for defense? No. Okay, we get your 81 points of damage here. Cop the 41 on the back. Yikes. There's our leverage, but then yikes. Let's go for a battle plan, try and get into the correct mode first. Hang on, so 3, and then this is 13, so we're actually fully blocked without the outpace. That unbalanced strike is currently just more damage than a lashing kick. So then we waiting, go timely. Ooh, even get a time warp out this time. Use a combination strike so that we have the ability to draw. I can't play all of these. Maybe I leave unbalanced strike in hand for the next turn. Set up some vulnerability, which we've had historically some difficulty setting up. So lashing, lashing. Purge time warp, really? Yeah, purge time warp. God, I'm leaving myself with so few defensive tools for the next turn. Is that really where I want to be? I mean, we're blocking 17 of it naturally. And then we have 1 maneuver in hand for another 8 block. Perfecting this fight doesn't matter, though. Just getting through it matters. Huh, and then we still get the full block anyway. All right. Let's get a little unbalanced here. Cool. Outmaneuver into... Ooh, even a timely maneuver to follow it back up. 82 incoming damage. Increases the frenzy by 1 and then attacks. Hey! Wait a second. You've got -3. That shouldn't be 82. That should still say 41. There is no way this enemy is increasing their frenzy by 5 to outweigh all of the slow that's on them. Unfortunately, we won't even get to see it happen. All right, fight finished. Those 2 upgrade points would just be straight up to defensive cards. God. It feels like the upgrades don't really change our deck at all. I'm going to take the booster pack. Damage. I mean, Cautious Blow is damage. But is it enough? I think it has to be. I'm going to cut Gaining Momentum for it. I think we're done with that source of rage. Crippling Blow is too expensive for us. Okay, Laybox 6, Overcharge 1, the weak, and then the reshuffle. So honestly, we probably want to go for these two out here, rather. The Death Knight, ideally, I end up using my... Hang on, what's the spellbook say? Leverage is off cooldown. Cool. Ideally, in this fight, I use my ability to defend myself the majority of the time. And in fact, let's just go into it and do that. Other than that, this fight shouldn't be a problem. Okay, we did get Time Warp on turn 1. That's really good. God, this is really, really good. We go unbalanced, lashing. Get a Time Warp out there for fun. Can I purge a card and then double redo? No. Instead, I purge 2 other cards and hold a redo. Get to full energy next turn. We also have a card in hand for effectively just doing whatever the heck we want. Yeah, I think that's actually a fair description here. Let's leverage. Do I want to save a leverage for the next turn as well, though? As a way of blocking on that turn. It's less efficient, but honestly, I think it's... We did just say that that leverage is going to be all of our defense, right? So why would I not follow that up by it being all of my defense? Do I have better future or anything here? No. So now we'll... Timely maneuver. We had to use, sorry, at least 1 block card there. Because I had to play an ability. So as a result of that, I suffered 2 Bane. Those were in my discard pile. That's going to be annoying, but still kind of had to do it because then I have the ability to use the Combination Strike as the card that gets returned to my hand after casting it. And then a... Oh, Cautious Blow counts as a block card. That's not great for us. So ideally, I just keep Time Warp in this hand. Just so we can get another stack of Fatigue next turn. Do I use Meditation as well, though? Get a very energy expensive turn next turn. If not now, when? It's going to be really hard to get into Zen with all the expensive cards we expect to have this turn. Okay. Meditation hits Memento Mori. All right, then we just start Cautious Blowing. Ah, God. Forgot about that. I would have double cast the Lashing Kick instead had I thought about it. It's actually deeply disappointing. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, the second cycle of the deck is going to be so much worse as a direct result. Oops. Smack to the Future could get the enemy back to Shield the Bone. When you target this creature with an attack card, it gains Fortitude equal to Shield the Bone value. It increases AP and gains Shield the Bone 5. Yeah, I don't want to give it more Shield the Bone. That seems like a really good way to make it impossible to kill the enemy. This hand doesn't look like it's actually capable of doing anything, though. I don't like that at all. At all, I say! It's another time warp on an off turn. God, do we still just play Cautious Blows? Is that actually what we do? I really don't want to do that. I don't need to perfect this fight either, though, so I don't necessarily have to block this turn. 78 damage is incoming next turn, though. Call to the Curse, increases AP by 4 for every Bane in your deck, discard hand, and then attacks. Yeah, I can see how it's getting to that number now. If I want the Butcher's Blade to have any value this turn, I have to use Cautious Blow. The fact that this is my only good source of damage, and it also says the keyword block on it, is a real problem for us. 45 damage, at least we can deal there. I got 2 turns time to wrap this up right now. I have to use Battle Plan. Get rid of the 2 Banes, and then if I want to actually be able to full defend this turn, I have to use block cards. It's not full defend if I want to be able to get into Zen and actually be able to do anything with the turn. It's 36. 2 times over, 148 incoming. I think we're dead. Yep. Yeah, I'm almost certain we're dead. The fact that I didn't recognize that Cautious Blow had the block card on it. I should have known. You know, anything that provides you block typically has it. Some things that just benefit from block have it on it as well. Just an unfortunate learning experience it seems like we're about to have. We slowed the enemy enough times there, though. So incoming damage is only 90. Okay. Let's go Unbalancing Strike, Combination Strike. Yeah, I was looking for anything that would actually allow me enough defense this turn to live, or maybe Timeless or some such, but yeah, it's not going to do it. Yep. I mean, if we had Timeless in this hand, yeah. But lacking that, rest in peace. However, you don't gotta win to get any card mastery. You master a card just by getting to the void itself. So we master Battle Insight, which gives us access to achievement unlocked, the Enlightened Mastery. Gives us access to specifically the ability to start using these challenge coins to modify those runs. So the challenge coins are Untrustworthy Fishhook, the Dark Feather, and Trusty Fishhook, right? You start with all 3 of these. So Untrustworthy Fishhook, if you expel or destroy a card, suffer 3 threat, start the run with 25% less HP. However, we also have, each time you expel a card, draw 1, and at the start of your turn, gain 2 Volatile Hidden Blades. Volatile Hidden Blades are Destroyed Windblade. There's also Worksite Accident, a Rough Chisel, Seer's Eye, and Worksite Accident. So Worksite Accident is you no longer heal at the end of each floor, and you can't heal at shrines. However, you can remove Void Stones from cards and reuse them by right-clicking in the deck manager. However, you lose 25% of all essence gained. And then the Seer's Eye, mousing over a mob room, will allow you to see which mobs await. Every second fight you'll start with stealth, meaning the enemies will skip their first turn. Then the final one is Common Man, the Dwarven Beard Knot, the Flask of Purple Juice, and Common Man artifacts. Common Man, you can only add common cards to your deck. However, your Void Stones are faster. I would not say twice as fast, because the non-linear progression of the unlocks for the Void Stones means that typically this will get you, over the course of a run, 1 extra Void Stone. And then the Flask of Purple Juice, where the real power of that one is in. But that's the kind of thing we're going to be looking at in the future. For the moment, though, my name's Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Alter the Void. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself, so to play this in the description down below with all my content on the game past, present, and future, I guess. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and we'll see you next time.